Aha! Oh, Mr. Wright. Hello, Maggie. So I finished questioning you? Wasn't it just unbelievable in court today, sir? I'm going to stay up all night and blog about everything that happened. Weren't you scared? It was pretty touch and go in there. Yeah, but you totally nailed that old man. Well, he was all over the place with his testimony. He's not the only one. Huh? What do you mean? Everyone else's testimonies don't match up either. Not with what I remember of the incident anyway. Is it possible she's the one misremembering things? Gut, dann reden wir mal. Contradictions. Maggie, you know how you said that everyone else provided testimony that doesn't match up with what you remember? Yep, there are just so many things that don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction is the other guy I saw at the victim's table. He was the one who slipped something into the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him. But didn't Mr. Kudo testify earlier today that it was the waitress who put some white powder in the coffee cup? So you really think it was this disappearing man that did it? Well, he's not the only thing that disappeared. The CD vanished as well. You know, the CD with the writing on it. Oh yeah, the MC Screwdriver. It's MC Bomber. It was MC Bomber, Maya. That name was scrawled on the sports paper as well. They never did find that CD at the crime scene, sir. Or the victim's medication. That's gone missing too. Oh, ich habe gerade, glaube ich, eine Erleuchtung gehabt. Oh, my head, this is getting way too complicated for me. Für mich nicht. Oh. You said that you... Aber ich sag jetzt nichts. Ich will ja auch nicht meine Vermutung hier schon äußern, weil es dann irgendwie eine Art von Pseudo-Spoiler ist, wenn sie am Schluss stimmen. Und ich euch damit das selber rumüberlegen und rumrätseln so ein bisschen mit wegnehme. You said that you passed out when the victim Glenn L. collapsed, right? Yes, it's so embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a cop. Oder was? Sagen wir mal, ein Quantum-Spoiler. Ein Schrödingers Cat-Spoiler, der gleichzeitig ein Spoiler, aber auch kein Spoiler sein könnte, bis der Moment kommt, wo dann eben wir auf die Lösung gucken und dann ja, egal. Christian freut sich bestimmt, dass ich wieder Schrödingers Katze erwähne. When I came to, the restaurant was buzzing with police, and before I knew what was going on, they arrested me, sir. Schrödingers Spoiler. So between the time the victim collapsed and the time the police arrived on the scene, you have no idea what went on at Trebian. No idea at all. Why? Is it important, Mr. Wright? The other witness, the old man from the park, was pretty much chased out of the picture. Chased out of the picture? What do you mean? Old CD wasn't inside the restaurant because he was told to go call the police. Screams intensely. Exactly, and you, Maggie, were unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong, or Mrs. Armstrong, was alone in the restaurant for a brief period of time. No. You don't think Mr. Armstrong set me up, do you? When you consider the facts, it's hard to imagine that Mr. Armstrong isn't involved in this at all. It's like the master biting the paw of the dog that it feeds. Are you sure about this, Mr. Wright? Well, the old man said as much when we spoke with him earlier. I don't know. The things that man says don't up for some reason, sir. Maggie looks like she's trying to figure something out. Maybe we should ask Maggie exactly what she knows about old CD. Okay, aber erstmal müssen wir ihr doch unbedingt die Würstchen geben. Obwohl... Na, jetzt will ich erstmal das hier. I feel much better after the trial this morning. I've been a bit of a courtroom proceedings addict for years now. It feels like forever since I saw a witness as slippery as that old man. He's not really that bad of an old man, though. Still, I feel a bit uneasy. Huh? I thought you just said you felt much better. Maggie, if there's something on your mind, you've got to tell us. Especially if it has anything to do with Mr. Kudo or his testimony. Roger, I'll spill it all and see what you make of it. Okay. Is there anything about Mr. Kudo's testimony that stood out as odd to you? Actually, yes. The fact that he was even testifying to begin with doesn't quite... Doesn't quite what? Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table... It's true there was another customer in the restaurant. Yeah, we know that already. It was Victor Kudo. But I can't really say. It was an old man. Okay, then how about calling him a really old middle-aged man? No, age isn't the issue. The other customer was a woman. Huh. A woman? Are you sure, Maggie? Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. So, what did this woman look like? She was sort of creepy. Oh, ja, wer könnte das denn wohl gewesen sein? And she had a kind of a cackling laugh. Creepy. Cackling. Why do I get the feeling I've come across a woman like that recently? I know I used to be in the police force, sir, but I'm incarcerated now, so I can't use my connections to help you. All I can tell you about now is info about accidents. Okay, das war die typische Antwort. Ist ja interessant, dass wir ihr das jetzt nicht präsentieren können. Was mit ihm? Holy smokes, that's him! Huh? That's your phony, Mr. Wright. Just look at that ridiculous suntan. For the record, I'm not sunburned like an overdried tomato, so I don't know how. He told me he'd been on a business trip to Hawaii, and that's where he got the tan. I'm not hearing this. So, wir wollten ja noch das Essen geben. Sonst esse ich das nämlich. Ich krieg grad Hunger. Oh yeah, I've got something you're going to love. Lots of wieners in your face. Wait, no, that sounds wrong. Really? What is it? A lunchbox, just for you. Here. Wow, a lunchbox. Weenies, too. I can't believe it. Thank you, sir. Did you make this just for me, Mr. Wright? Nah, it was Detective Gumshoe. Who else would make such a nice lunchbox for you? Detective Gumshoe. He's really worried about you. Looks like you put a lot of effort into making this, too. I can't accept it. Detention center rules. No gifts allowed, sir. Hey, come on, Maggie. Don't be like that. The rules are the rules. They'll lock you up if you break them. Ja, gut, bist doch eh schon hinter Gittern. Somehow when an ex-cop turned waitress says that, it seems a whole lot scarier. And anyway, I hate weenies. Really? It's all yours, Maya. You can enjoy it with Mr. Wright. But... she's right. It's better than letting it go to waste. But... I guess so. Gumshoes Lunchbox, Eaten with Maya. Zu dieser traurigen Musik. Das ist irgendwie ein bisschen deprimierend. You can enjoy Gumshoes tiny... Oh Gott. Woher willst du wissen, das ist ein Riesentyp? Vielleicht hat er auch eine entsprechend große Zucchini in der Hose. Well, how was it? It's a spot. I love weenies. You should have eaten all of them. Oh good, I'm glad I gave it to you then, sir. Sind ja wieder schöne Themen hier. Sonst noch irgendwas, was ich immer präsentieren könnte? Oh yeah, that's from when I was carrying a customer's breakfast over to them. The ketchup splotch, you mean? My whole face was fire engine red thanks to that stuff. But you spilled the ketchup on your apron, didn't you? I don't see how... The ketchup-covered omelette went flying and hit the customer in the face. Weniger ich über Gumshoes Zucchini Nut. Oh, talk about a tomato red face. Makes me wish I could have seen it myself. Yeah, I guess. It was kind of a sight to behold. Ja, der Kunde war bestimmt total froh. Haben wir sonst noch irgendwas Neues, was wir ihr noch zeigen können? Okay, das ist nix. Das Essen. Also schon ewig her, dass wir hier mal mit ihr reden konnten. Okay. Was mit Victors Testimony? Ah, gut. Oh, okay, das ist nur derselbe Text, wie wenn ich als ich Victors Profil präsentiert habe. Okay, das ist wieder der typische, dazu habe ich nichts zu sagen, Text. Floorplan, sehr gut. Was soll sie auch zu den Floorplans sagen? Ist auch nichts. Favor. That's the cup I took over to the table, sir. But I didn't put anything in it. I could never do something like that. Ja, wissen wir doch. That's right, you could never do anything like that. I'm not good at carrying those large trays, you know. Trying to balance a tray with one hand and put something in the coffee with the other. It'd just be asking for trouble. I would drop something for sure. That's right. Is she expecting me to claim that she's too clumsy to have committed the crime? Yeah, that's not gonna fly. Irgendwas hierzu? Nee. Okay, irgendwas zum Gift? Potassium cyanide? I have never heard of that poison before in my life, sir. Okay, maybe I have. I've never seen it before. That's the truth. I wouldn't even know where the nearest potassium cyanide dealer is in the first place. Potassium cyanide dealers? Sounds like another group of drug pushers to avoid. In any case, this definitely isn't something you can pick up just anywhere. Oh, curse my rotten luck. The criminal must have stuck the bottle in my apron while I was unconscious. Ja, soweit war ich auch schon. Okay, dazu gibt's nix. Dazu nix. Irgendwas mit der CD noch? Auch nicht. Okay, zu der Rechnung kann sie ja wohl auch gar nichts zu sagen haben. Matches, nein. Wie wär's mit meiner Fake-Anwaltsmarke? Ah, is that your attorney's badge? Actually, it's a fake. Holy smokes, that's it. Huh? That's the badge your phony had, Mr. Wright. You got duped by this? But it's a completely different color. And what about the fact that it's made of paper? He said the badge got a tan as well while he was in Hawaii on business. I'm beginning to see how my phony was able to gain her trust. Okay, nix. Und nix. No, irgendwas mit den Profilen. That's him. That's your phony. Just look at that ridiculous suntan. Ja, okay, das hatten wir vorhin schon. Stimmt, die hatte ich auch schon, da hatte sie nichts zu sagen. Wen haben wir denn hier drüben jetzt noch? Nix. Was steht da eigentlich? Age question mark. The CEO of Blue Screens Inc. and Glenn Elk's boss. Absolutely not a robot. Na gut, ich schätze, dann können wir vielleicht erstmal wieder weg hier. So, wo gehen wir jetzt hin? Einfach alles nochmal von oben runter. Gucken, ob irgendwo was Neues passiert. Ah, da haben wir auch schon was. The main server just went up in smoke. Why the heck isn't the press conference set up yet? The superintendent's here already. Yeah, and there's a problem with the internet too. I already told you to stop using your computer, Chief. But I'm watching videos online. I'm catching up on my Asian soap operas. Wow. Vielleicht sollten die das Gehalt von dem Chief hier einfach mal Gumshoe geben. Ich meine, bei all seiner Dödeligkeit und Clumsiness, es scheint mir Gumshoe immer noch kompetenter zu sein als der Chief hier. Und mehr zu tun. It's gonna have to wait, Chief. I'm throwing the switch. No, just when some young guy... Was? Ich kann leider keine koreanischen Namen aussprechen. Was about to confess to his son's hot-to-trot girlfriend. Oh, this place is really buzzing. Something must be going down. Something really big. Oh, what are you doing here, pal? Detective Gumshoe. You can't be here right now. You'll be roped into the briefing if you stay. Huh? We've got big problems here today. Wirklich? What's going on? It's a virus. A virus. A virus? There's a virus ripping through the precinct's computer system. But I really need to ask you some questions. Okay, I'm only gonna say this once, so listen up. Yes? No matter how poor you get, never borrow money from a place like this, you hear? Okay. If you got money trouble, just go on a diet of instant noodles and hang in there. Also so wie du. We're not thinking about borrowing money, detective. We want information. Oh, is that all? Well, let's see. Tenda Lender is considered to be even fishier than the average illegal loan shark. And it seems it ran into trouble just recently. Those guys have been pretty heavy-handed calling in all their debts. Really? Don't go poking your nose around in their business, pal. You'll really regret it if you upset that lady. Alright, I get the picture. Hey, wait a minute. What did he just say? That lady? Who's this lady he's talking about, Nick? We better find out what the story is with this lady. Muss ich sie präsentieren? Kann ja nur die sein. Possibly part of the staff at Tenda Lender, a thoroughly bitter person. Ach, da ist präsentieren. Drücke mal das Falsche. Yep. That's the girl who works over at Tenda Lender. You want to stay away from her, okay? I mean it. She does look kind of unforgiving, doesn't she? That should be the least of your worries, pal. What's that supposed to mean? What could be worse?
Her name is Viola Cadaverini.
Oh shit.
She's the only granddaughter of Bruto Cadaverini.
Bruto Cadaverini? Do you know who that is, Nick? Never heard of him.
Bruto Cadaverini is the boss of the Cadaverini family.
The Cadaverinis. That's one scary sounding name.
We can't touch them. They're way too powerful for the police. But you're thinking of taking them on, aren't you?
No, I don't remember ever saying I was going to. I better get some more info out of Gumshoe about this family, though. Okay. I'm not sure if I really want to get involved in this, but who are the Cadaverinis?
Who are they? Scary bunch of people, that's who.
You're a cop and you're scared? What's that about?
Trust me, it doesn't matter if you're a kid or a cop, these guys are scary. They've got some serious clout in the criminal underworld. We can't touch them. They've got too much moolah.
But moolah? As in?
They pretty much control all the cash on the city's black market.
The black market, huh? And that includes Tender Lender, I take it?
Sure, no one stands after Bruto Cadaverini, and I mean no one.
Interesting. So Viola's the granddaughter of some mafia boss then?
Yeah, and everyone knows how much Bruto loves his little girl. She means everything to him.
So, how did she end up at Tender Lender?
Well, I don't know, pal. But I heard she and the boss of Tender Lender are pretty tight.
Tight?
Well, that's what it said in a file I read related to Maggie's case.
Sounds like a pretty important clue. Okay, and what about the computer virus? So what exactly is a computer virus, Detective Gumshoe?
I don't know.
What?
Look, I just go with the flow, alright, pal?
And here I thought detectives were supposed to be somewhat knowledgeable.
What's with that face, pal? You think you know what a virus is?
Well, Nick, do you? A computer virus, sure. I mean, only in simple terms, of course. Cadaverini ist der beste Mafianame aller Zeiten? Aber wieso? Ich meine, wenn das irgendeine Anspielung auf irgendwas ist oder ein Wortspiel, dann verstehe ich es leider nicht. Also kannst du es ja mal eben erklären. Oh. Das ist... Ah, Kadaver und Ini. Oh, meine Güte, ich bin offenbar irgendwie... Okay, jetzt habe ich es. Irgendwie bin ich bei diesem Teil von Ace Attorney offenbar zu blöd, die Namen zu verstehen. Okay, dann ist Cadaverini schon ganz schön cool. You know everything, Professor Nick.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you Dr. Wright.
Now on. Okay. Hey, that sounds pretty cool, actually. Don't you agree, Dr. Wright? Why do I get the feeling they're making fun of me? Okay, fine. I'm no expert, but I can at least explain the basics of to the two of you. A virus is a program that gets inside a computer and causes damage.
Damage? You mean it makes the machine go boom and explode?
No, the damage is, well, it's all internal. So the inside goes boom, right? Imagine all the case data you've got stored on your PCs here in the station. A virus could wipe out all that. That's the kind of damage I'm talking about. Wow, that's scary. Yeah, and what's even more scary is that viruses are infectious. Infectious? Most computers are connected together on a network, right? The virus can move from one machine to another over the network, so the virus just keeps spreading faster and faster.
Just like a real virus, huh?
But Nick, why would anyone want to make a program like that?
Yeah, it takes ages to type in all that data. Why would you want to destroy it, pal?
No, people don't infect their own machines. They send the virus to someone else's. What? That's horrible.
Oh, I get it. It's like you sneezing on Mr. Godot so he catches a cold.
Right, then he wouldn't be able to turn up in court because he'd be too sick. You really should do stuff like that, Nick. It's wrong. Ooh, what? Where? When and why did the conversation jump to talking about me? Anyway, that's what a computer virus is. A bad program that causes damage.
And all the different viruses have names, right? I kind of feel like I've heard the name of the virus we caught somewhere before.
The name of the virus, huh? I feel like I've heard of it before, too. Ist es vielleicht MC Bomber? Detective Gumshoe, about this. Was? Der Text ging ja so schnell weiter.
This is it, the stupid name. I remember now.
I thought so. Here it comes. Don't just nod to yourself and keep me in the dark, Nick. What's going on? It's okay, Maya. You don't have to cry about it.
The name is scribbled on that sports paper and written on that CD. That's the name of the virus. MC Bomber.
What?
Yeah, the virus that's just infected every computer in the station, pal. It's MC Bomber.
Can you give us any more details, please? Ace-Streamer. Ja, aber ich habe ja auch nicht vor, ein Ace-Streamer zu sein. Ich bin einfach nur hier, um ein paar Freunden Spiele zu zeigen.
We already knew about the MC Bomber virus from a while back. A group of criminals issued a series of demands to the head honchos of law enforcement. They threatened to release the virus if their demands weren't met.
Who are they?
I don't know, some hotshots from the criminal underworld would be my guess.
And now the virus has been released, huh?
Yeah, it's in every computer in every public office in the city. Everyone's going nuts. They're hopping around like they're dancing at a carnival.
All this stuff with criminals and viruses, it almost feels like we're in a sci-fi movie.
Apparently the programmer who made the virus was a real genius or something. The focus right now is on tracing the root of this virus on the black market.
You mean someone put this virus up for sale?
Yeah, and because this one's so powerful, they're estimating its price tag was in the millions of dollars, pal.
In the millions? A virus can be worth that much? Da haben wir doch jetzt schon mal was für die, wie hieß die? Basil?
Oh, I can't believe it.
Was wurde da jetzt aktualisiert? Contains a computer virus program, okay. Lisa Basil, genau, die meinte ich. Da fehlte doch noch eine Sache. Bruto Cadaverini, head of the Cadaverini Family Crime Syndicate, seems to live for his granddaughter.
I almost forgot the most important thing.
And that is?
You know, the lunchbox.
Oh.
How did everything go?
Lunchbox, huh? You remember the weenies? I hate weenies. Oh yeah, those weenies.
So, how did my weenies taste when they went down the hatch?
Well, it was delicious.
Yeah, that's what she said. Really?
Well, not exactly.
Don't worry about it, pal. I figured something wouldn't happen, so I came prepared.
Oh, prepared? What do you mean?
I made a jumbo lunchbox.
Oh, God.
Do me a favor again, pal, and deliver this.
This sure is a heavy burden, in more ways than one.
I can just imagine Maggie's little eyes sparkling with joy when you bring her that.
Weenies again, Nick. Tell me we don't have to eat all these too. Gumshoe's lunchbox given to Maya again. Tenderly handmade lunchbox from the stomach with love and plenty of weenies. Ich frage mich, ob wir das noch irgendwo mal in so einem total verrückten Moment benutzen müssen, wie damals den Metalldetektor. I really can't eat anymore. Ich meine, warum haben wir das jetzt nochmal bekommen? Sonst noch irgendwas? Hast du vielleicht noch was dazu zu sagen? Okay, sonst nichts. Habt ihr die Medizin mittlerweile gefunden?
Never did find the contents of that bag.
It was medicine for Mr. L's ruptured eardrum, right?
Yeah, we found traces of it in his left ear canal. He must have used it while he was at Trebien. We're sure of that much.
Okay. Ansonsten haben wir, glaube ich, auch nichts. Oh, doch. Ist hiermit? Okay, nix. Das auch nicht. Sagst du denn zu meiner Fake-Marke? Auch nichts, schade. Das, auch nichts. Ich glaube, dann haben wir sonst auch nichts mehr. Ich könnte ihm seine eigene Lunchbox geben.
Don't forget to give that to Maggie, okay?
But they don't allow presents for the prisoners in the detention center, right?
You're right. Well, doesn't matter. I'm counting on you to get it to her somehow.
I'm a lawyer, not a delivery boy, Gumshoe. Gehen wir mal weiter. Ich würde jetzt mal zu Dingsbums gehen. Lisa Basil. Wie komme ich denn da hin? Von hier aus? Ja, nicht Examen. Nee. Von hier aus? Ja, da. So, meine Werte. Bitte sehr. Oh, jetzt muss ich den ganzen Kram nochmal präsentieren. Oh gut. Gehe ja recht schnell. Erstmal die... Was war das? Erstmal die Lieder. Und dann das Lotto-Ticket. Wo ist es? Da. Dann, genau, mit wem er Ärger hatte. Vielleicht hat er sich auch was von denen geliehen. Wenn er so noch 100.000 Schulden hatte. Dass sie sich kannten. Das war ja in einem Terminkalender. Oder Kalender halt. So, perhaps you good people should leave so I can get back to my work. I'm so close to cracking her. The program in question, was it by any chance this? Aha. Da hatte ich ja vorhin sogar schon das Richtige präsentiert, aber da fehlte uns halt noch die Information, dass da ein Virus drauf ist. Well, this is it, isn't it? This is the virus that's infecting computers worldwide as we speak. MC Bomber. No! Ah. So. Glenn's head had more processing power than any computer, but it had been infected with a gambling virus. Glenn was in too deep. You mean he was in debt? Yes, $100,000 in debt, not an easy amount to repay. So, he said he was taking on some extra work, something a bit risky. Risky? How? Maybe he was going to become a waitress at Tribune. Where do you come up with these ideas? Schon ein bisschen risky. Risky extra work. So it's safe to say Mr. Ugg was the creator of this virus, huh? The MC Bomber virus? Yes. It was a work of genius, in a bad sort of way, of course, but still genius. Something like that would probably fetch several $1 million on the black market. Inconceivable. Gumshoe was right for a change. This date, December 3rd, that is marked on his calendar. That was his deadline for repaying his debts. MC Bomber updated in the court record. Potentially worth millions of dollars. I guess we won't be needing these horse racing tickets anymore. Glenn Elk's losing horse racing tickets thrown back on the floor. Use the trash can, Nick. Okay. Und jetzt? Sonst noch irgendwas Interessantes hier? Nee, aber wir haben jetzt die Info, dass das Millionen von Dollar wert ist. Hier. Geben wir die Lunchbox. Fällt mir ein, ich könnte auch mal wieder speichern. Nicht, dass mir hier mal das Spiel mal abstürzt oder so. Das war noch nicht passiert, aber man weiß ja nie. Wo war ich denn jetzt noch nicht? Also wir hatten doch sonst nur noch... Ist Mr. Armstrong vielleicht wieder da? Nein. Ja, oh, habe ich mich erschrocken. Will ich hier noch irgendwas präsentieren, was Neues? Ich glaube, mit dem Virus kannst du nichts anfangen, oder? Nee. Wie wär's mit einer Lunchbox? Okay. Was war das eigentlich gerade für ein Text? Ich glaube, den hatte ich noch gar nicht. Would you mind taking a look at this? Excuse me. You let me get $1 million of my grumbles off my chest. I'll take one quick look. I've got an earthquake of frustration inside and is ready to rumble. On second thought, forget it. $1 million grumbles for one quick look doesn't sound like a good deal. Vielleicht, was war bei ihrem... Ich habe schon wieder vergessen. Was mussten wir hier als erstes... Oder hatte ich es überhaupt probiert? Doch. Doch, hatte ich. Also, you said the bandage was around your head was from an operation. You also said you suffered a fatal injury to the head. The operation was very difficult, apparently. Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? Did the injury in question have something to do with this? Ja, da habe ich ja eigentlich noch... Obwohl... Ich glaube, hier hatte ich vorhin gesagt, da habe ich noch nichts, aber was ist denn mit, Ist er vielleicht mit dem Scooter? Hat er sie mit dem Scooter umgefahren? Oder irgendwas mit der Rechnung? Immerhin hat er die Rechnung bezahlt. Ich probiere die beiden Sachen mal da rein ab. Okay, der Scooter klappt nicht. Donuts? Ah, I baked them myself. Homemade donuts. Nee, das Moped gehört auch dem Tiger. Ridden by my phony. Der Chef de Cuisine hat nur vorhin so furchtvoll reagiert, weil er halt Angst hat vor Tiger. Und ich ihm das gezeigt habe. What's inside? Jam and... I'm sorry, but I didn't quite catch the other word. Oh, thanks, but no thanks. I think I'll pass. Dann versuche ich mal... Huh? Achievement unlocked by Alessa's homemade donuts. What the fuck? Okay. Dann probiere ich mal die Rechnung. I have here a car repair bill. Das wäre jetzt nämlich mein anderer Gedanke gewesen, weil das hat ja irgendwas... Kaputtes Auto klingt ja schon mal nach Unfall. Und dann wurde die Rechnung auch noch bezahlt an die Cadaverini-Familie. Da könnte ja sein, dass sie irgendwie einen Autounfall hatte und der Tiger das bezahlt hat. Vielleicht ist er mit seinem Scooter vor das Auto gefahren oder so. From this it seems pretty obvious that this car was involved in an accident. Let me see that. This bill is made out to the Cadaverinis. Yes, it is. I don't think I ever introduced myself. Tell me, what do the Cadaverinis have to do with me? Something tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. Alright then. Your relationship with the Cadaverinis is very strong, and this is why. Muss ich einfach mal ihren... Ah, Granddaughter of Crime Boss Bruto Cadaverini. Oder wahrscheinlich kann ich auch ihn hier präsentieren. Ja, cool. I know exactly who you are. Viola Cadaverini. You sustained that injury in a traffic accident, didn't you? Meine Güte. It happened about 4 months ago. I was driving in one of our family's cars when someone pulled out in front of me. Oh, sieh an. Ja, wer das wohl gewesen ist, huh? It was a motorbike or something like that. I don't remember it much. Anyway, I swerved to try to avoid it, but... Kann das sein, dass der Tiger deswegen voll Schiss vor der hat? Weil die vielleicht gar nicht weiß, dass er daran schuld ist und er ihr deswegen jetzt jeden Wunsch von den Lippen abliest oder so. I took a blow to the head, a bad one. Yeah, I can't imagine. So what happened to the person on the bike? I'm guessing they didn't get away with injury, I'm guessing they didn't get away with injuring the Viola Cadaverini, right? I don't know what happened to them. They ran away, or so I heard. Ran away? If they had stayed, I'd have... is it possible? Could the person who committed the hit and run have been... Oh, müssen wir das jetzt beweisen, dass der das gewesen ist? It was this man, wasn't it? He was the cause of your accident. Oder vielleicht weiß sie das sogar. It wasn't Don Tiger. I refuse to believe it. Okay, dann weiß es doch nicht. Ach, ich bin verwirrt. We collided, the motorbike and my car. But Don Tiger isn't injured at all, is he? It was the Tiger who caused Viola to crash. I can feel it. Plus, one of her locks just broke, so she must suspect it was him too. Okay, verstehe. Das hatte mich nämlich gerade verwirrt, dass das Schloss aufgebrochen ist. Habe ich mich gefragt, ob das heißt, dass sie es doch weiß? Oder wie das halt zusammenpassen kann, dass sie hier gerade ja, nicht daran glauben will, dass er es ist, aber gleichzeitig ihr Cyclock zerbrochen ist. Aber dann ist das offenbar die Erklärung. I'm sorry, Miss Cadaverini. But I have proof that the tiger was involved in a traffic accident on his bike. Ja, sein blödes Bike selber. Nehme ich mal an. It's not exactly a motorbike, but Mr. Tiger rides around on a scooter, doesn't he? And you'll notice that the front wheel guard is badly damaged. Miss Cadaverini, you know the truth, don't you? Oh? This repair bill was paid by Furio Tiger. The Cadaverinis have known for ages who caused the accident, haven't they? It's possible, perhaps. Somewhere inside me, I know that may be true. I knew it. But Don Tiger still saved my life. The operation was very complicated. It was very, very expensive. How much are we talking? Very, very, very expensive. She seems kind of hesitant about giving me an actual figure. I should back off. Well, anyway, it was the tiger who paid for it, right? After I recovered, Don Tiger told me. He said he paid for the operation because he cared about me. I believe him. Really? But do you honestly believe that to be true? Do you want to know what I think? I think the reason he paid for the operation wasn't because of you, but because of someone else. Er hat wahrscheinlich Schiss von dem Opa, dem, Bruto. Ah. Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but your grandfather, Bruto Cadaverini, controls a lot of dubious cash, right? And you are his beloved pride and joy. Sure, I don't know exactly how much the operation cost, but if you weren't the granddaughter of Mr. Cadaverini, do you think Mr. Tiger would have paid the money? $1 million. Oh. "4 months ago, I was in a traffic accident. That's why I needed the operation. When I woke up, they told me it was nothing serious, a simple procedure." Oh, really? Well, I guess if she recovered in 4 months, it couldn't have been too big. They said the operation cost $1 million. $1 million bucks! My grandfather ordered Don Tiger to pay $1 million in compensation. Ja, das klingt schon eher nach dem, was ich auch erwartet hätte. Compensation, huh? It's underworld lingo for paying money to settle a score. Basically, pay or get into some serious trouble. But $1 million bucks? This has to be related to our poisoning case somehow. Das heißt, ironischerweise heißt das wahrscheinlich, dass der Tiger dann selber plötzlich ganz dringend jede Menge Geld braucht, obwohl er diese dubiose Loan Shark Firma hier führt. I wanted to believe him. I wanted to trust what Don Tiger said. He said it had nothing to do with my grandfather being Bruto Cadaverini. I wanted to believe he helped me because he cared about me, not about my grandfather. Oh, jetzt haben wir sie traurig gemacht. But I knew that wasn't really true. Wow, I'm so sorry, actually. What he did to get the money was evil. He said it was all for me, so I helped him. You helped him? In what way? Here, take these.
What are these? Medical papers?
I'm Bruto Cadaverini's granddaughter. He had to pay compensation. He was made an offer he simply couldn't refuse.
Viola's medical papers added to the court record a $1 million bill for cranial surgery. Payment was due last year.
Wow, I feel so bad for Viola suddenly.
It's inexcusable.
Huh?
There are two things that I consider inexcusable: poisoning and betrayal. Only a coward would hurt people using either of these tactics.
Is everything alright, Nick?
Well, we should get going, right after we finish our espresso.
Yeah, I won't need to convince Viola of anything else, so I guess I can get rid of this. Repair bill thrown into the trash. Und wo gehen wir jetzt hin? Oh. Hier offenbar. Oh, bonjour. I have been waiting for you to return. Mr. Armstrong. Good timing. I was hoping to find you here. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Well... Oh. Oh, das ist doch Tiger.
Well, he hasn't got anything to say to you, fellas.
Oh, shit. It's Xeniob.
Who you call it, Xeniobi?
Come out from under the table already, Maya.
Okay, hand it over.
What?
You the one to play games with me? I don't recommend that. The medical papers now.
Uh-oh, I think he wants Viola Cadaverini's papers back. You mean this? The $1 million medical papers? Ja, halt's ihm doch noch unter die Nase, du Genie. Miss Cadaverini trusted you. That's why she said that she helped you.
Forget about it. The girl's dumber than an eggplant. You the one to know what's said. I'll tell you what's said, and it ain't only her face. She thinks she's got power because she's Brutus' little girl. Now that's sad.
I can't let you have these papers. Tomorrow in court, I'm going to expose what you did to get the $1 million you used to pay this off.
Are you crazy or something? I don't care if you want to give it to me or not. There's two of us here. You got that? Two.
Oui.
Mr. Armstrong?
Forgive me. Désolé, I cannot argue with him.
Oh.
That really hurt. He's dead all years ago. I'll be taking those papers now. Armstrong, get that light up.
Wait.
Don't take it too hard, Phoenix Roy.
I was so stupid. I shouldn't have let my guard down. Those medical papers were vital evidence.
Gumshoe!
Hold it, pal.
Detective Gumshoe.
The detective? You think you gonna stop me, copper? Beat it.
Shinji wacht auch immer auf dem Cranial Warrior auf. Stimmt.
What? Come on, Gumshoe, keep it together. You guys, get out of here. Leave this guy to me.
But,
Go, pal, and take this. If you get hurt, who's gonna look after Maggie, huh?
alright, thanks Gumshoe.
Wait, Nick, don't leave me behind.
Wow, Gumshoe hat mal was Heldenhaftes getan. Wobei, das hat er in Teil... war das Teil 2? Moment. Was ist das denn jetzt? Teil 1, oder? Mit der, mit dem Steel Samurai. Wo er da einmal aufgetaucht ist, als diese Mafia-artigen Typen einen gerade kalt machen wollen.
I'll get even with that guy tomorrow in court.
Tender lenders
Going down.
Puh. Ja, ich frage mich, was jetzt mit Gumshoe passiert.